All right, doctors of our personal injury doctors elite community, Dr. Tony, hey, your administrator and founder. First of all, we've reached over the 4,170 plus members in this community in just a few short years. Holy cow, great comments, advice, things that is making your practice more successful and enhancing it more. And today is no different. When you kind of see me on the big screen here, we're bringing another great professional in to endorse services to help you in your practice, your life, and your bottom line sometimes. So pay attention to this one. Hey, we titled this Four Secrets to Healing Patients While You Sleep. Now you're going to ask, how does that happen while I sleep? Well, today, Sharon Love is our professional, and she's coming all the way virtually from Costa Rica. How about that? The nice breezes over the ocean, palm trees, while I'm sitting in St. Louis with 12 inches of snow. How about that? But anyway, we're going to introduce her today as a professional and endorse some of her things that is doing out there in her services. And again, while you sleep, how are you going to have secrets of healing? But she's going to tell you how. And a little bit about her. She's a CEO of SpeakInspire.com. She has a labeled Speak, Inspire, and Prosper. And without further ado, Sharon, thank you for being here with us with our doctors, and great to bring your expertise and your education and all the things you're doing, helping many, many people out there and inspiring them. So I'm going to turn it over to you. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Dr. Tony. Welcome to Doctor's Freedom Method. This is all about how do you heal your patients while you sleep. I'm going to give you 4 secrets so you can actually heal your patients while you sleep. Imagine that you triple your income and your free time, and you also heal patients while you sleep. So let's dive in. I'm going to start with the very first secret. The first secret is imagine becoming a highly paid VIP health consultant. Now, what does that mean? A highly paid VIP health consultant. Right now, take a moment and think about what are some of the biggest challenges that are facing doctors today. Maybe you're facing them yourself. And I'd like you to put that in the chat below. Is it that there's mountains of paperwork? Is it the EHR? Is it the insurance companies? Is it the bad bosses? Is it something else? What is the biggest challenge that you would say is facing doctors today? What is that? Put that below, please. And now let's talk about how you could kiss all of that goodbye and learn how to actually heal patients while you sleep. So the first key to this is to imagine it. Imagine for a moment that you thrive and change lives and save lives, and you do it easily without all the stress, without all the overwhelm that comes from working in the traditional healthcare system. I know I've got a master's in psychology. I used to work in healthcare in the psychological health side of things, and I know what it feels like to work in with administrations that may or may not know first thing about psychological health or any other kind of health. So I get it. And I understand the frustration. I understand the overwhelm. I understand the burnout. And according to research, almost 50% of doctors are burnt out, but you don't need to be. There are other options. So just for a moment, take a deep breath. See if you can let go of some of that stress as you breathe out. Imagine saying goodbye forever to to EHR, mountains of paperwork, the emotional overwhelm, the loneliness that can go with that because you're not having enough time for your family or your loved ones. Imagine saying goodbye to that. Imagine enjoying the freedom with the doctor's freedom method to enjoy more support, more autonomy, more control over your schedule, and clinical decision making. Imagine that you save time and you can care for your own mental health and your physical health. You may add years to your own life. Imagine the freedom to choose where and when you work. And breathe that in. Breathe out stress each time you think of these things. To start to breathe it in. You're opening up a door in your mind and in your heart, and then everything else is going to start to flow. Imagine that you choose the kind colleagues that you want. You choose the support staff that you want. You even get to choose the patients that you want to work with. And you only choose the kind ones. You don't need to work with the sociopaths and the narcissists and the ones who are constantly complaining about everything you do. You can let those people go. Imagine how that would feel. Enjoy the compensation, respect, and recognition and appreciation that you deserve, because you are saving lives and changing lives with your work. And you deserve, I believe, that every doctor who has any kindness and compassion left deserves to be earning millions of dollars every single year. So we're going to talk about how that is possible. If you become an outstanding health consultant, you work with VIPs, here's the math. Let's talk the math for a minute. How is this going to work? There are over 100,000 ultra high net worth individuals with chronic diseases in North America as we speak right now. That means there are over 100,000 multimillionaires with a net worth of over $30 million who desperately need your help as we speak. And they're desperately searching for your help. Many of them are desperately searching for your help right now as we speak. What if you had a high ticket program for maybe $100,000 a year, or maybe $1 million a year? Now, I know that may sound a little surprising, right? If we've been working for the healthcare system and we've been earning less than $500,000 a year, to imagine someone paying us, a single client paying us $1 million a year or more, is kind of astonishing, or even $100,000 a year from a single patient. But think of this. What if you were an ultra high net worth individual? Let's say you've got $30 million to play with in your net worth. $30 million, and you get diagnosed with a chronic health condition. Wouldn't you want to find one of the world's best medical professionals? Wouldn't you want to pay $1 million a year, maybe more, to heal that chronic condition? Wouldn't you want to make a difference for your whole family and create a legacy of healing and inspiration and empowerment? Wouldn't you want to make a massive difference and heal so you can thrive and change lives? Wouldn't you want to invest? Only $1 million. If you've got $30 million to play with and your health starts to fail and you get diagnosed with something serious and maybe the doctors give you 6 months to live, are you going to invest maybe $1 million into your health? I would. And I bet you would too. Think about it. So what if you were that hero that they went to? What if you earned recognition as the world's leading expert in your field? What if you, and I can show you how to do that, what if you became that person that they desperately wanted to work with? What if you became the next Deepak Chopra? What if you became the next Dr. Phil? I've been working with the Dr. Phil lately. It's not the same one, but just to be clear. But what if you became one of those Christian Northrup, one of those celebrity doctors? And what if it was ridiculously easy and you had a whole team of people supporting you and helping you and giving you all of everything you need? The marketing, the sales, what if you had everything you could possibly need to help you? Imagine that. And all you would need is one client. If you have the $1 million a year program, or 3 clients, 3 or 4 clients at the $100,000 a year program, and you're good to go. And at that point, you can quit your job if you want to. So that is secret number 1. Imagine that you become an ultra high net worth VIP. Imagine that you become an ultra high net worth VIP health consultant. That was a friend of mine just waved to me. She's got diabetes. Diabetes is everywhere. Those people desperately need our help. And guess what? You don't have to do it on your own. There are lots of people who can help you, and I'm one of them. So I was the mute girl who went on to inspire and empower over 2 million people in just over 2 weeks and attract over $7 million with a single presentation for one of my clients. I got put in the group with a popular girl in English class to give a presentation. And she goes, Sharon, I'm supposed to give a presentation with Sharon. That kid can't even talk. And everyone turned and stared at me, and I felt my face getting hot. And I stuttered and I stammered and I could not think of anything to say because back then I had been so bullied through my whole childhood that I thought that nothing I had to say would ever be good enough for anyone else to hear. But that was the moment that everything started to change. That was the moment I realized I needed to learn how to talk to people. So I learned the secrets of the world's greatest speakers and the world's greatest leaders. I've been researching this for over 25 years. I discovered those secrets. And there were what I call four psychological superpowers that I teach in my longer term program, the Doctor's Freedom Method. And I used those and I discovered magic started to happen. I got over 2 million people on a Facebook group in just over 2 weeks. And I did a presentation for a client that attracted over $7 million. So if a former mute girl can attract over $7 million with a single presentation with these secret superpowers, what can you do? So I'm going to give you 3 more tips. Second secret, how to heal patients while you sleep. You do this with a master class. Now, you may be saying to me, well, I don't know how to do master classes. I don't have time to learn all that. I'm busy changing lives and healing and saving lives. I don't know all the secret psychology of master classes. That's okay. I know how to do that. So you can actually, if you create a master class, imagine this. Some of the master classes there's asynchronous and synchronous master classes. So the asynchronous master classes are the kind of master classes that can happen while you're sleeping. I can interview you. I can help you to simplify what you're saying so that instantly it touches people's hearts and they want what you have to offer. Most of the doctors I work with are so incredibly smart that they talk way above people's heads and people don't understand them. And then they wonder why their marketing is not necessarily working. Well, I'll tell you, because it sounds like the hypotenuse of the blah, 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 that, like it goes flying over people's heads. I don't know about you, but I never really understand the hypotenuse of the something, right? It's going way over people's heads. They don't understand, but they're too shy to tell you that they don't understand. Well, I come from a family of doctors and healthcare workers. And so I like to help you I create that bridge so that you can connect with ultra high net worth individuals. You can connect with VIPs in a way that inspires and empowers them. And then they want to sign up for your introductory masterclass while you're sleeping. You're giving them health secrets while you're sleeping, and they're benefiting, and you can be making money while you're sleeping because you're actually helping people to start to heal. So think about that. What if you woke up and you saw, sometimes I make $13,000 in a day. What if you made that? How would that feel? Just imagine what that would feel like to have master classes. Those were not asynchronous master classes. Those are synchronous master classes. That's where you're actually interacting with the clients, but you can work with an entire group at a time and answer questions. And if they all have a similar diagnosis, you're answering one person's question, and then you're helping the whole group at the same time. So one of the doctors I was working with recently, his name is Dr. Phil. And when I first started working with him, he looked like he had a logo growing out of his head. They were working online. And I thought, and he was talking about the mitochondria and the something and the something. And I'm like, okay, Phil, we need to talk about the outcome. So after about 45 minutes, I created a beautiful background that made him look and feel like $1 million. You can see it in the link that I'm going to put in the chat. He looks amazing. He sounds amazing. I taught him how to tell a story. And he went from talking about the mitochondria of the blah, 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 doctor jargon, to talking about how he actually healed depression by healing his gut. And I'm like, okay, that is awesome, but he wasn't even talking about that before. So you might actually, he's in this group somewhere, so you might find Dr. Phil and be able to talk with him. Okay, third secret. How do you get people to the masterclass? You're going to create clients attraction videos and or clients attraction consulting, and all of that can be done online. So you can really make a huge difference just by consulting online. And you're probably practicing during COVID and recognize the power of, especially if you're using Zoom or a technology like that, you can make a massive difference just with a video, again, that can heal people while you're asleep, and or a consultation, an introductory consultation. So my introductory consultations right now for the first 5 people who sign up, it's $97, and I'll probably increase the price after that. So you can do a little intro consultation, and then if you like working together, you can offer them the next level thing. And I'm going to recommend that the next level thing could be $100,000 program, or it could be $1 million program, depending on who you're working with. And here's the beauty, here's the secret psychology of health. If you can change this one thing, you can change somebody's life, and including their health. Just this one thing. I worked with somebody who came to me a few years ago. His health was a mess. He had gone through multiple surgeries and it was not helping. Have you ever worked with that? And I'll tell you why. Because deep down, he had no confidence. He wasn't sure if he was gay. He was gay. His wife was not happy with the fact that he had just discovered he was gay. His kids were not happy with that. He was between jobs. His life was a mess, and his health was a mess. And he had urological issues, and he was really, really embarrassed about it. And the results that, accidents and things that could happen. And so he was really struggling with everything. So I worked with him on one thing for 90 minutes. And that number one thing, I asked him, buddy, how is your confidence? How is your self-love? What percentage would keep it? He said 30%. I was like, yeah. So I actually did some art therapy with him I've written a book on how to heal and how to love yourself, right? I did that. I worked with him on that. And after an hour and a half, he said, wow, my confidence now is 80%. I went, awesome. He got back to me a few weeks later and said, I just got a new job, vice president job in a tiny little $32 billion corporation. And I'm doing the math going, yeah, 32 little billion-dollar corporation is going to be paying 7 figures for a vice president position, typically. And then he said they gave me a Tesla as a signing bonus. So imagine if you could make a massive shift in somebody's life in 90 minutes. And what if you and I can possibly work together so that they're working on the physical level as well as on the psychological level? Because once you change someone's psychology and you change their confidence, you change all their habits. And it creates this amazing ripple effect into their life. If they have more confidence and they suddenly start eating better, breathing better, sleeping better, relaxing more, they've kicked into the parasympathetic nervous system instead of being on high alert all the time, the body actually can heal naturally, and their immune system, all this stuff, right? So you can have that massive ripple effect, and we can work together on that, or I can teach you the psychological secrets of how to heal people while you sleep. So you could be doing that. You can be healing people while you sleep as a result of the video, or if you prefer, you can do consultations. And the beautiful thing is, you can have a whole team of people that are supporting your work. So that's another way to heal people while you sleep. And all of that can go in tandem with the client's attraction video consultation. One more way here's the last way. Number 4, how do you heal people while you sleep? You bring them to a place in the world. Okay, I think you already know where it is. Costa Rica is a blue zone. And I don't know if you've heard the research about blue zones, where people are living past 100 and nobody knows why. Well, I'll tell you why. The social emotional connection here in Costa Rica is way better than anywhere else that I have lived in. And I've lived in a lot of different cultures. People connect here on a deep level, and they touch each other more. There's more eye contact. It's just part of the culture. And people, they say that you've probably heard loneliness is kind of like smoking. What is it? Worse than 2 packs? Put this below. You guys know this research probably better than I do. Loneliness is becoming an epidemic, especially in North America. And people, it's impacting people's health more than smoking. Was it 1 packs or 2 packs of cigarettes a day? Please put that below if you know the research around that. Yeah. Are you seeing the impact of loneliness on your clients? And do you think that's having a massive impact? So you can actually bring them to VIP retreats in Costa Rica. You can have a whole team. I've created a team of people who can connect with your ideal clients. They can teach them Spanish. There's a team of people who can help you with your sales and marketing. They can also be here on the ground giving them massages, right? So you can be sleeping, your client's getting massage, they're breathing in this beautiful, rich air in the mountains or on the beach, or they're breathing in amazing energy here. They're relaxing, and again, the parasympathetic nervous system is now taking over. They're relaxing deeply, and they are actually able to heal. And they're eating better, because we're feeding them delicious, nutritious food. So imagine that you're sleeping in this beautiful retreat center, and maybe you're doing 1 or 2 consultations. Spend as much time as you want here. Bring your friends and loved ones here. There are some amazing retreat centers that I've found. So just as a quick wrap up, let's review. Before I do that, one more thing, one more story. Yeah, I was working with somebody, another healthcare consultant, who was helping people with their weight loss. And that, by the way, is a really, really powerful way to work with people to help them. There's a lot of people highly motivated for weight loss, and they need medical support. I have a whole program on that. And so I can also work with you in tandem if you want to do some programs to help people with weight loss, because what's the research, if you know it, on obesity, connection between obesity and chronic disease? Please comment below on that. So imagine reversing that. Imagine changing somebody's self-love so that instead of stuffing their face full of junk food, they pause and make a healthier choice, and maybe drink some water or some herbal tea. And they do that once, and then they do that again, and then they do that again. Or maybe they call a friend, or maybe they ask for a massage, or maybe they do go for a nature walk, right? So these are all things that we can work on together to change lives. So let's do a quick review. 5 times, by the way, that woman had 5 times more that I was working with the healthcare professional. She had 5 times more results than what she had paid. So she invested some money in working with me, and within 3 weeks, she had 5 times what she invested with me. So anything is possible. Anything is possible for you. And one of the things I'm going to ask you to help me with if we decide to work together is I have a little bit of hypoglycemia. So you just probably noticed a bit of a glitch in my thinking as a result of hypoglycemia. I'm also in a warm place trying to be eco-friendly, so I don't have the air conditioning on. So you just saw that. You're seeing the symptoms. And if you help me heal my hypoglycemia, oh my God, we can help a lot of people with their blood sugar issues, right? Diabetes as well. So let's review. Okay, 4 keys to the Doctor's Freedom Method: how to triple your income and your free time and heal patients while you sleep. Now, if you liked some of these 4 keys, I'm going to invite you to click the link that's going to be either above or below this video. Let's connect, and I would be happy to give you the 4 keys to get clients you love as a health consultant. So I'd be happy to give you that. That's my intro. So don't worry, I'm not going to charge you $1 million for that. That's right now, the first 5 people who sign up, it's $97. And then after that, it will probably increase a little bit. But I'm keeping it quite affordable, because if we like working together, then who knows, maybe you'll join the Doctor's Freedom Method full course. So number 1, imagine that you become a VIP health consultant. Imagine that you get even one or two or three of those ultra high net worth individuals as your clients. Imagine that you're charging $100,000 a year or $1 million a year for ultra high net worth clients, and there's 100,000 of them in North America alone with over $30 million. I can show you how to connect with those people. Imagine that that just becomes really, really easy. Number two, heal patients while you sleep with a masterclass. A masterclass online, and that can be either live or that can be asynchronous, and it can be going year round 24/7, like little versions of you. You're cloning yourself and you're all around the world. Number three, clients attraction videos and or clients attraction consultations with groups and or with individuals. You can choose. And number four, VIP retreats in Costa Rica so that they're breathing in fresh air, they're working with other health professionals while you sleep. Imagine that you triple your income and your free time. And if that sounds good, then I invite you to click the link near this video and contact me, and let's talk about how you can benefit from the Doctor's Freedom Method. My name is Sharon Love. My company is, there it is, speakinspire.com. If you would like more information, if you want more on the $7 million speaking secrets, you can get that for free. But the best way is if we connect in person. And so I strongly suggest you click the link and let's set up a consultation. Thanks. You make a difference. You deserve to speak, inspire, and prosper. You deserve to get clients you love.
All right, Sharon. So much great presentation. Let me get back on the screen here for our doctors. Doctors, welcome Sharon Love. She has a master's in education psychology, as you well saw there in her great presentation. Hey, can you imagine her being a teenager, being shyness, and in her teens, I think. But she has inspired over 2 million people in what she has put together in her Speak, Inspire, and Prosper. So many of our doctors are speakers. They teach, they educate patients, they educate communities, they educate events. So this is something that you want to look into and definitely connect with her. We'll have all her information to contact her with this endorsement presentation. We welcome her into the community to communicate with all of you. And so make sure, sometimes communications with you and your patients, sometimes communications with you and other professionals you need help with. And maybe she can give you some tips on that. And she titled this Four Secrets Healing Patients While You Sleep, which is very interesting. So, all right, Sharon, thanks so much. You got any more to add there?
I do, yeah. I would love to talk to people. I am going to be putting together a Doctor's Freedom Method quiz. So at some point soon, you will see that in the link that I've sent as well. So people are welcome to take that and see, are you burning out? 50% of doctors, more or less, are burnt out. And a lot of them in Costa Rica anyway, they're dying young. So I really would like to, let's start by saving your life and save other doctors' lives, and we can spread this. And you deserve to thrive and change lives and save lives. So if we can, is it okay to just say what the title is? And if we can use this last piece at the very beginning, I think we're going to get way more results.
You betcha. Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. Welcome to Doctor's Freedom Method. 4 keys of how to heal patients while you're asleep. Imagine that you triple your income and your free time. I am about to show you how.
There you go. And this would be great, docs, to have maybe a reunion or a retreat in Costa Rica, a distance place to have education and to learn a lot about things that she can give us too. So that might be in the future once I maybe get some stuff together, and we'll do that. And by the way, Sharon is living her dream, she says, in the Costa Rica area, and she does help run health retreats for many people. So we welcome her as our professional and, of course, highly creditable for what she's doing. And I thank her for being here with our doctor to provide this great service. All right, with that, we'll let the doctors go. I will connect with you a little later and welcome to the community. And Dr. Tony, your administrator and founder, always look for great things we're bringing into our doctors community, not only for health of their patients, but also for yourself and your bottom line and to keep motivated in life. All right, make it happen. Stay healthy. And believe me, look at the sunshine. All right, Dr. Tony, we are out. Thanks, Sharon. Talk to you later. All right,
Thanks, Tony. Bye, everybody.
bye.